1, 2, 1, 2. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for coming to Sunday EMPL concert event. I really appreciate you guys coming through today. Thank you. Give yourself an applause for coming out here. None of this would be possible without your participation. Trust me on that. And I really appreciate you guys coming out here. You guys are really in for a real good treat. Thank you. Thank you. Last time I made announcements and greetings and whatnot, I forgot a few things, so don't mind me if I'm looking at here. I got notes. So so. I am filling in today. My name is Kelly Gordon. I am work with Jude Chandler, the program director in public relations. I'm here today with Charlie Faso. And Julia, I'm not going to go and say your last name. Julia, how you doing? Just give her applause. She's shy. She's shy. She's shy. All right, thank you for coming through here. All right, Jude is on vacation, so I'm filling in for her and whatnot. She's in Puerto Rico. She's very disappointed that she's not here to see the band today. She was really looking forward to it, but she had a very well-needed vacation, and I'm happy for her. She should be returning tomorrow. And just in case she's looking at this on YouTube, which I don't think why she'll be, I'll be on the beach drinking a mojito right now. Just say, hello, Jude. All right, thank you. But no, you can do a little better than that. She does a lot of hard work. Come on, say, hello, Jude. All right, thank you, to whatnot. And I just want to give a big shout out to the people out on YouTube. Thank you for hanging out with us today. And make sure you press the like button. If you enjoy watching this shows on YouTube, press the like button so we know you appreciate being here and watching the show, whatnot, and we can continue on offering the best entertainment online at EMPL. Thank you for that. And press the bell icon. It will notify you when we have new content. Also, let me see. Yeah, see, I almost forgot this part here. Take off your cell phones or put it on silent, please. Even though the music probably be blasting, you're going to be jamming today, no worries, but we don't want no interruptions today onto that, especially to your neighbor. And also remember the exits on stage left, stage right, and also onto the back there. But nothing's going to happen. We're going to have a good, grand old time. Ain't that right, guys? Who here loves jazz? Yeah, you love jazz? Awesome. There you go. We're going to be jamming today. Trust me on that. All right, so let's go ahead and move forward. I also have to say this, next Sunday, we're having an art reception, Meet the Artist, the artwork of Theodora Zala at 1:30. So if you like art, you want to meet people, we're going to have a nice light refreshment reception next Sunday at 1:30, a half hour after we open. It's going to be downstairs in the lower area. Come through, hang out, get a nice little cheese and some crackers there, and then come up here and whatnot and enjoy the show. We're going to be having Lilu Chinese Acrobat on February 5th at 2 o'clock. It's going to be celebrating the Chinese New Year and Lantern celebration. But just to let you guys know, it is filled. So if you made reservations, you guys are good. But if you have not, if you want to try and come in, because sometimes we have some no-shows, we'll gladly let you in and enjoy the program. All right? So we got 2 double bangers next Sunday, Art Show and Acrobat. Ain't that great? At EMPL in East Meadow. What? Also, I want to say that, excuse me, this concert is sponsored by the D'Antonio family. As we got one of the members here, let's go ahead and say thank you. None of this will be possible with their fundage here for the band today. And Charlie, are they ready? They outside? Uh-oh, look, check that out. What we're doing. All right, there we go. So let's go ahead and not give Charlie too much attention there. But today's performance will have an intermission. So if once the band stops, that doesn't mean the show is over and go home. We want you guys to hang out with us and enjoy the show and stay with us, whatnot, all right? So if you do got to go home, be sure to come back next week. All right, excellent. So on that further note, what we're going to have here is going to be a nice, great, awesome show today. Phillippe Lemm have been performing here for many years. This is one of Jude's favorites. I think we should start a new category of just having a Jude's faves Sunday concerts or Thursdays, whatever the case may be. Because, again, like I mentioned, she's disappointed not to be in there, but you guys will definitely enjoy this show. These people here that and Philippe Lemm Trio have heard all around the world and their mama. And then today they're going to be here right here at EMPL. Let me go ahead and introduce, hopefully they're out there, Philippe Lemm Trio. Heard around the world. Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you, thank you. How about it for Sharik Hassan on the piano? And Mr. Jeff Koch on the bass. Wow, thanks for being here, guys. It's been a while since we've played here. I don't know, who of you have seen us play before here? Like, show of hands. All right. And who's new? First time. All right. Thanks for coming out. You might have known there was a couple years of a gap before we could come back. There was this pandemic that canceled all our shows and tours, but we're very happy to be back on stage playing music for you guys. We started off with a song called The Better Story, written by our dear friend Adam Cromelo. And we're going to continue with a song that's called The Kiln. And this song is a dedication to this Belgian potter family that hosted us on a tour that we did in Europe. We played a show in Belgium, and they were kind enough to let us stay at their place and showed us around their workshop. The potter, the man of the house, called Marnik, and he showed us his workplace and this special oven where they made this badge of pottery, ceramics during Easter. And the oven had to stay on for 72 hours to make this special badge. So the family would sleep in shifts to make the best ceramics possible and to keep the oven on for 72 hours. And this oven was called The Kiln. So we took some cool photos and wrote a song in dedication to this family. So this song is called The Kiln. Hope you like it. Thank you. There was a song entitled Caliph of our latest record. We have 3 records out, and the third one is called First Steps. So it might be a bit confusing. We are taking our first steps, you know, on the third record and on, I guess. To me, it makes sense. The record title, actually, First Steps, has to do something with, during the pandemic, the realization that everything that I want to do, I have to take initiative for. Maybe it's a freelance musician kind of thing that you're waiting for the phone to ring. Hey, can you play here? Can you teach? Can you do this? But the reality is often that you have to pick up the phone and do something. And I guess during the pandemic, because everything else kind of fell away, it felt like, wow, I have to really take the first step all the time, which is sort of a bittersweet thing, because it's always nice when when you get called to do something, or when other people call, like, hey, do you want to come out and do this thing? But by taking the first steps, I also learned that it comes with a certain sense of freedom once you have crossed that boundary. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, once you do it, you're like, oh, actually, I can create my own things, to create opportunities and do the things that I want to do. So that's what first steps means. We're going to continue with another song from that record. It's a Bulgarian traditional song, but slightly arranged for piano trio, because the original version of this song actually doesn't have any instruments on it. It's coming from a female choir called Le Mystère Voix de Bulgaire, which means the mystery of the Bulgarian voices. And there are no instruments, it's just a cappella. It's beautiful, it's absolutely gorgeous. If you haven't heard this before, please check it out. Le Mystère Voix de Bulgaire. And we're going to play one of their compositions, and it's called Trenke Todorke. How about it for Jeff Koch on the bass? Jeff Koch on the bass. And Sharik Hassan on the piano. So today is actually the first concert of a tour that we're doing. So we're trying out some new music for you, if that's okay. Okay, are you good? Yeah? So the song that we're going to play now is called 1855, which is the number of my the place where I live now, my apartment. And it's yes. It sounds like a year, right? Like something happened in the year 1855. No. I don't know, maybe I should have to look up if something else happened, but it happens to be the first place where I don't have roommates anymore. And I've been in New York for 11 years now, and now I can proudly say that I can live on my own. I don't have roommates anymore. Thank you, yes. So in celebration to that, I wrote a song for that. It's maybe not the most happy song, but it feels good to live without roommates, I can tell you that. So this is the first time it's ever going to be played live. Hopefully not the last one, but you guys have the world premiere. So we hope, fingers crossed, everything goes well. Here is 1855. Thank you. 1855. Living without roommates. All right. Hey, we have one more song before we're going to take a short break. One of my favorite compositions that we're playing on this tour. It's a composition by Sharik Hassan. One more time, Sharik Hassan on the piano. Sharik, a year and a half ago, became professor at Berklee College of Music in Boston. And because I want to mention that because Sharik can explain really beautifully where the composition comes from. So can you enlighten us? I mean, I already know it, but can you enlighten our audience how you came to this beautiful composition? Okay.
Well, thank you, Philippe, for that. So this next composition is something that I wrote several years ago, and it was basically an attempt for me to reconcile two very different parts of my musical personality. One is the jazz pianist, which you see today, and then the other one is a kind of Indian classical musician. I grew up playing the sitar for a number of years, and I also grew up in India, around a lot of Indian classical music. And eventually, I ended up focusing more on the piano. But I always felt that, if there was some way that I could kind of bring together these different parts of musical worlds that lived within me. And so I thought, okay, why don't I take something that is one of the most common pieces in the jazz repertoire, which is called Rhythm Changes, which is based on the song "I've Got Rhythm" by George Gershwin, right? Which I'm sure you've heard, right? So that's the piece, and jazz musicians love to improvise on this because it's a famous standard. And what we do is we take this form, which is AAB form, and not to get too technical, but it's a certain number of bars and a certain chord structure, and so one improvises over this chord structure. And also people write their own melodies or counter melodies over this chord structure, so they're kind of based on the blueprint of "I've Got Rhythm." And so I thought, okay, why don't I write my own melody on the blueprint of "I've Got Rhythm," but something borrowing from Indian classical music. So I took two different rags. Now a rag could be interpreted to mean a scale, but more literally a rag means a color. So one possible rag is this one. So that's one. It's called Rag Desh. And Jeff says that this one reminds him of clouds. Yeah, still does. And then there's another rag which is more dark in character, and this goes like this. And that's a different one. I mean, normally in Indian classical music, you wouldn't mix them, but I thought, why not? Let's go ahead. So I write a melody incorporating those, as well as some rhythmic elements of Indian classical music, and the result is this sort of Frankenstein that you will hear coming here. Okay. Thank you very much. This is Confluence.
Thank you. Shaikh Hassan on the piano, Jeff Koch on the bass, Philippe Lemm on the drums. We are going to take a short break, 15 minutes, then we have one more set of complete new music for you. Please stick around. If you want to take the music home with you, we have some CDs, we'll sign it for you. We even have 5 t-shirts left. So if you want to have a very comfortable t-shirt to sleep in, I highly recommend this one. See you in a bit. Thank you.
Woo! Yeah, come on, Mark. Another applause. Come on, let's show it to them. Come on. Woo! And remember, like you said, the CDs outside. You buy one for 15, you get 3 for 30. Excuse me. So you get 3 for double the price. Oh my God! I didn't get to take them home. Look at that. You can take the music home and enjoy the music and whatnot. You can even listen to them on your way home in the car if you have a CD player. So you go right ahead. And they'll gladly autograph the CDs for you. And if you want t-shirts to represent, go ahead and buy the t-shirts as well. We're going to, like you said, we're going to take a little short intermission, and we'll be right back. We're about to begin the second part of the show. I hope you guys really enjoyed. Yeah, come on. Yes. Show some East Meadow love here. That's how we do in EMPL. That's right. Thank you, thank you. A lot of you all have been asking about, like, you know, registering for the next program, things of that nature. I forgot to mention earlier that on our programs, believe it or not, if you use your smartphone and then you go on to the QR code that's in the back, it will take you directly to our website where you can register for all our great programming here. All you gotta do is scan your camera and then click on the yellow button that says go to link. I know. Yeah, you could come to the office anytime and we'll assist you on the matter to show you. It's even on our newsletter as well. So I want you guys to have that little shortcut. Make sure you get your seat. But you're not here to hear me babble. We're gonna proceed with the concert. Everyone, show another warm applause, show some love for Philippe Lemm Trio.
Thank you. Thank you and welcome back. That was a song entitled Fly. And we're going to continue with a song that is called Malambo. And Malambo is an Argentinian dance that is performed by men only with just drums on their hip. Very big drums, and it's super energetic, and they burn a ton of calories when they are doing this. You could call that cardio, so we'll call this song cardio jazz. It's very high energy, it's very fast, very heavy for the piano player. And I know. Well, maybe I shouldn't talk too much about it. Just enjoy cardio jazz in East Meadow. This is called Malambo. Thank you, thank you. That song was called Caroline, and not because it was written for... I mean, normally when a jazz musician or whatever musician writes a song with a female title, it's to serenade some woman somewhere. But in this case, this was just the melody. So I heard Caroline, 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 Caroline. It could have been a different name. So any suggestions with those syllables, that would work. My girlfriend's called Yahaira, which doesn't really fit in that, unfortunately, in that melody. We're going to continue with a song that's also going to be a premiere. First time we're going to play this in front of an audience. This is another Bulgarian original, but arranged for piano trio. This is Kalino le Malino le. Thank you, thank you. One more time, Sharik Hassan on the piano. Sharik Hassan. Mr. Jeff Koch on the bass. My name is Philippe Lemm. Thank you guys so much for listening, to coming out. Before we are going to play our last song for this concert, there are a couple of people I want to thank. First of all, I don't know if she's here. She was flying back in today, but she's the motor behind all of these concerts. And you might know her personally, you might never heard of her, but I want to give her a big shout out. Please put your hands together for Jude Schenser from the East Meadow Library. Then I want to thank Larry and Max for helping us with the sounds, making us sound fantastic on camera, and for the live stream out there. I want to thank, of course, Kelly, Charlie, and Julia for being part of this organization. Yes, please. Thank you, guys. And I might have said it on a previous concert here as well. Please keep supporting these events. It's really amazing that there is a whole team of people to put these kind of things together. And it's not easy, I would say, these days to ask for people to concentrate on whatever art form it is for, you know, I think TikTok is like 20 seconds, Instagram now is a minute, but everything beyond that, people get bored like instantly. And we're doing something abstract, right? I'm trying to tell you a story or paint a picture of the song, but there are no lyrics or graphics to tell you how to feel. So, yeah, it's special that you come out on your free Sunday to enjoy some abstract art. We're trying to pass our passion for music and why we do what we do on to you, the listener. And if you have any family or friends or colleagues that you think might enjoy this too, please bring them along to these events, because we have to keep this thing alive together and enjoy art together. So I want to give a big shout out to all of you for having 2 hours out of your lives to listen to us and to make this worth something. We're going to play the last song. It's a song that we might have played here before, but it's a song I wrote a while ago. Well, we were in the recording process for our first record in a studio in New York. We won a competition, we won some money, we could record our first album, New Amsterdam. I'm from Amsterdam, that's why it's called New Amsterdam. I'm Dutch. Any Dutch people in the house? Really? No, huh? Yes, Dutch people. Let me hear you. Yes. We were in this studio after this competition, and we were there for 3 days. There are 2 rooms, the recording room that we are in, and then the control room where the engineer is in. And in between these rooms, there was this amazing coffee machine called the Jura Ina Micro 1. Exactly. Fantastic brand, Jura. Their top-of-the-line machine. Jura Ina Micro 1. What happened, every time we would record a song and we'd go listen, we would have an espresso. And the recording day is 12 hours. So we had 12 espressos each that day. So every song became a lot faster than we started it. Anyway, that felt so good that we decided to keep doing that for day 2 and day 3. So after 3 days, we were like up here, you know, with our caffeination. We got back from those 3 days of recording, and the piano player at that time sent us a very enthusiastic WhatsApp the week after. And he said, guys, the next time you come over to rehearse, I got the Jura Ina Micro 1 in my living room so we can continue with our coffee addiction. This song is a dedication to this wonderful piano player that was part of our group for so long that in a very tragic circumstance passed away 2 years ago. But he's with us every time we play. We play still some of his music. And the song is a dedication to people that drink too much coffee. He was definitely one of us with our coffee addiction. So Angelo, this one is for you and for everyone that loves coffee. This is Caffeinated Souls. One more time. Shahar Ghassan, Jeff Koch, Philippe Lemm, thank you for listening. If you still want your CD signed, we'll be out here for a little bit. Thank you.
How about one more applause? Come on, guys. Let's make those, show them a little warmer. Exit. And we still got some more CDs outside. Like I mentioned, you can relive the moment, take it home, and they'll gladly autograph them for you too as well. Thank you for coming out here at EMPL Sunday concert event. Thank you for coming out. And once again, none of this will be possible without your participation. Indeed.